It wasn't actually 1,000,000 degrees outside today, so we're gonna pretend it's fall and we're gonna make some banana bread. And then I'm also making buns I'm making barbecue pulled chicken sandwiches tonight for dinner. And so I ran out of mayo, so I need to make mayo as well. And you're gonna be like, wow, that's kind of fucking weird. You put mayo in your banana bread? And to that I say, it's literally just egg and vinegar. It's not that fucking weird. I get some weird looks whenever I say that I put mayo in my banana bread, but I'm like, if I didn't tell you, you would have never known. So that is what we're gonna do. I make my mayo at home because 1, it tastes better, 2, it's more cost effective, and 3, I'm just lazy. And a lot of people would say, you know, like, if you were lazy, you just buy it from the store. The whole point is that I don't want to have to go to the store. So I'd rather just stay home and make it, whip it up. And like the 30 seconds that it takes, it's a little bit more than 30 seconds, but whatever. But it's super easy. We're going to do 1 1/4 cup vegetable oil or olive oil. The thing is though, if you use olive oil has a much lower temperature threshold, but it means that it'll melt at a much lower temperature. Anyways, I've made it with both vegetable oil and olive oil, and I prefer the vegetable oil way, even though it's just not as healthy. Not my pile of fucking banana peels. But whenever I would take it out to use it, it would be not melted, or it would not be like solid form anymore. So we're going to use 1 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. It's 1 1/4. Oh, I got oil everywhere. And then 1 egg, preferably room temperature, but honestly, doesn't make that big of a difference in my opinion. So I'm going to grab that. A large egg would probably be better, but this is all I have, so this is what I'm using. They say they're large. Who are we kidding? A teaspoon of salt. And then a tablespoon of vinegar. or lemon juice. It's that acid in order to get it going. And then I also, we're gonna do a tablespoon of this. We'll just use white vinegar. And then half a teaspoon of ground mustard. This part is optional, but I just like to till the voices in my head say stop. Then we hit it with an immersion blender. And let me try and show you how fast this whips up because it's so good. That was not sped up or anything. That was real time. Super quick, literally like 10 seconds to mix up. Oh God, why? And then I also will add like black pepper to it. I just forgot because I don't have it written down. And then I typically will transfer this to like a mason jar. So simple, so easy. Now that we've got the mayo, for the banana bread, I have 5 mashed ripe bananas. Recipe calls for 3, but I have 5 in here. And then it calls for half a cup of mayo, and I put a 4th cup in here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and even that out. And I'm doubling this recipe, just so you are aware, because I want to use these bananas. Okay, now we need 2 eggs because I am doubling this recipe. And then I will have all of these recipes down below in the doobly-doo, what is it called? Description box. So that if you want to do any of this, then it's easy access for you. And then I'm just gonna give this a little mixy mix. Trying not to mash up the bananas too much. You know what? And there's people who eat banana salad too. And if you've never heard of it, banana salad is literally just like, I think it's like sugar, mayo, and bananas. Not my cup of tea, but you know what? Mayo and my banana. Bread is not that weird. And then as well, people make fun of me for putting sugar in my chili. If you put sugar in your chili, let me know down below. Because people like make me feel so weird about it. They're like, yeah, that's definitely like definitely a white person thing. And I'm like, but it like offsets the acidity of the tomato. It works really well. My chili has always been sweet with like a little bit of spice too. It's a sweet and spicy chili. So good. Okay. We'll do the sugar first. Get 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then as for the flour, we're gonna do 3 cups. 2, 3, and I'm not like very meticulous. Even though science is a baking is a science. Fuck. That's why I don't talk while I count. Yeah, I might have put in an extra 3rd cup. I'm not sure. I was trying to talk and think at the same time. Can't do that. I know baking is a science. But there are some certain types of breads and stuff that you can get away with it a little bit more. So this is one of those ones. Then we're going to do 2 teaspoons of baking soda. A full teaspoon of salt. 1, 2. And then we're gonna fold everything in. Ideally, you should mix the dry ingredients and the wet ingredients separately and then mix them all together, like slowly pouring in. I just try to do as little dishes as possible. I think I did add a little bit too much extra. It's fine. It's fine. So my friend really likes walnuts, and so I'll make her one. Basically, anytime I make banana bread, I make one for her. Sometimes I'll put in chocolate chips. My mom will put in blueberries. And then I put in walnuts for my friend because they really like walnuts. And then I also will put in just a little bit of cinnamon. Not a lot, just to give it like a hint. I had to take cinnamon from my special stash. That should be good. Just gives it a little bit more fall. And if you want, you can think of like some intentions, some manifestations as you mix it in. Cinnamon's really good for that. Same thing with like honey with your tea. Just like simple mundane magic that you can add. Beautiful. I love this color. It smells a little questionable because it has that mayo smell to it before it bakes. And also the ripe bananas. Just not like a scent, you know? But, and I'm gonna grab, I have another one. Where's the other one? And you know what? I actually don't think I put any extra. I think we turned out very well because once the bananas start to break down and their sugars start to release a little bit more, what is the word I'm looking for? They become a little bit more liquidy. And I just want to make sure some of this flour is not sitting in the edge of the pockets too much, because that does happen on occasion. Okay. Mix that in. And then my kids don't like walnuts in their banana bread. So I'm going to add the walnuts in after it's in the pan. And then I'll give it a little mix in here. And then this one is for us. Let's see if I can get it in there. I'm gonna wait for my oven to finish preheating, and then I'm gonna stick those in and we'll get started on some burger buns because, like I said, we're having barbecue chicken sandwiches tonight, and I make my buns homemade too. Just saves me time. I probably am not gonna talk over that one. I'll probably just do it really quickly because I turned on the oven and now it's freaking hot in here, so I need this fan on to cool me off. So yeah, let's get that started. We are gonna do a little bit of planning for the week. It's already Tuesday, so I'm falling behind already. I typically like to have this done like Saturday or Sunday, or even like a Friday the week before, but I just am a little behind, and it's fine. So this is my new filofax Malden. Believe it or not, I found this at the thrift store for $3, which is an incredible deal because it came with all of the inserts inside of it, all of the dividers. This is like a planner girly's dream. The color is not probably my favorite. I prefer like a more hot pink, but you know what, it is what it is. Beggars cannot be choosers. Yeah, so this is what she looks like on the inside. What we have going. Move some of this stuff out of the way. I don't have her completely set up yet. I am just kind of like testing the waters to see what I do and don't like. I've only been using it about for like a week. Previously, I was using this one, which I love, so near and dear to my heart. I just felt like I needed to shake up something a little bit, and honestly, if I find this for $3 at the thrift store, why not give it a go? But yeah, I still love this one, still cherish her. But I just want to try something new. Not a lot of stuff in here right now to really customize. I have this over here, which is my Nightmare Core. I got a blind box from Nightmare Core, and so the packaging was just too pretty to throw away. So I decided to just turn it into like a little sticky note. What is it called? Like a sticky note home station? I don't know what it's called. Just a little booklet, I guess. And I actually got her Mysterious Trail. I adore her. She's beautiful. I want more. This is a magnetic bookmark and paper clip. And then this is a Miffy envelope. If you can hear my son out there, he's riding his scooter back and forth. I'm so sorry. We have a bunch of little stickers in here. I have this bookmark which says, I myself am strange and unusual, which was from my library. Whatever with the washi tape, I just think it's so darling and eclectic looking that I just wanted to keep it. And then I have these little adhesive pockets so I can change out things that are in here. I have a little calcifer and a Misty Psyduck, which is like, this is one from my childhood. So this is the August that I have, and I just got this little cat to kind of keep my For the rest of the months, I really haven't mapped them out or anything. I just like put the events that we kind of have. So this is a card for something that I'm working on as, I don't know if it's going to be like sort of a personal project or if it's something that I want to maybe share more, but I don't know exactly how I want to share it because I don't know if I don't know. It's like something in the works, but essentially they're affirmation cards that have to do with different goddesses and they have different themes. So this one, for example, the series is called Repose Hollow, and this is for the Bleeding Heart flower, and it says, like the bleeding heart, I love deeply and fiercely. I honor every season of my soul, the joy, the ache, and the rebirth. And the idea is that these are flowers within Persephone's garden in the underworld, and so the affirmations have to do with the flower and the symbolism of the flower, and also a lot of symbolism and lessons from Persephone and what she kind of represents. So I think that's going to be a really fun project. I have one other one that you'll see in here that I love. And then this is kind of like my weekly landing page, August landing page. I put my tracker on here. I didn't track on it once. I did not track on it once this week. I kind of just forgot, if we're being honest. But these are some of my August personal goals. I say they're personal goals, but honestly, they're just goals in general. So I would like to finish editing Divine Tides for ARCs to go out. And then I would like to read 3 books, and I already did that once, and then have movement at least 1 time a week. I'm struggling with some health issues, and so just being on my feet in general just makes it really hard. If I can just get movement in, you know, like going out and walking or something just like 1 time a week, I think would be beneficial. Yeah, and then I have some stuff in here from Love in Deep Space, of course. This one's Love in Deep Space, and just like little cutesy things that make me happy, and a Polaroid. And then this is my new weekly layout. So on this left side here is kind of like my cleaning checklist for the week. I am really, really bad at having like a sort of blindness on remembering what needs to be done around the house. Like I can see it and I know it needs to be done, but just like remembering to do it in the moment is really hard. So I've created a list of like things to kind of keep track of in order to stay afloat. I've not been keeping up with this tracker either, but we have been keeping up with the dishes. I think there was one day we didn't do it, and that was because we were out. I've only made my bed twice this week, which is okay. It's not a huge deal. Decluttering my desk, I know I did 2 times this week, but our bedroom, I did do like a full clean of our bedroom. Is it clean now? You know what? I don't want to talk about it. We did do trash, cat box, and I did a back porch tidy as well. So all of that on top of keeping up with all the stuff for the kids and content and things like that, I feel like is pretty okay. It's not like ideal, but it's okay in my opinion for myself personally. And then this is the other card. This is actually the first one that I made and is what gave me the idea. So, oh gosh, I love this one so much. It's the Venus Lotus. And it says, in the quiet, I'm the lotus, rooted and calm, gathering strength, unfolding in my own time. And down here in the really tiny print, it says, Luma, Repose Hollow, Collection Persephone's Garden. Luma is my name for the girl or girls in each of the photos. And I just like love this so much. I think it's really important to have passion projects and things that kind of just like stay exciting and new. So she's supposed to look like a little lotus flower on a lily pad, and she has a veil that she's wearing that is water. I don't know if you can tell. Oops, here we go. I love her. Love her so much. Okay. So this is typically what a week is going to look like within this thing. I have this side over here jotted off, blocked off for meals. And so for my meal planning, where did it go? I have a paper that says what I'm having for dinner this week, and I lost it. Oh no. It's okay. Typically, this is what a week is going to look like. It has kids' activities, any appointments that I need to keep track of, what we're going to be having for dinner that week, or any like sort of big key tasks that I would like to focus on for the week. So like on Monday, we didn't really have a whole lot going on. We're kind of just like settling down and resting and preparing for the school year ahead, because I do homeschool, and so I'm just trying to like prepare the curriculum for that and letting the kids have the last bit of like their summer. Once I've done the task, I highlight it, and I honestly fell off of that too. So it's just something that like I need to keep up with. Done, 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 done. It's a birthday, so I'm not going to highlight that one. Like the stickers, I printed off most of them. I don't have any stickers that I pre-printed off now. I wish I would have, but I didn't, so we're just going to kind of like make do with what we have for this next week, unless I decide to print off more. And then I have these little tabs up here. They're super cute. They're this little bunny, and he's holding a birthday cake, and so I tab them so they stick out at the top, so I know whenever there's an important birthday. This is our new week. I'm gonna take this out. This was also included, by the way, all these dividers and stuff for $3. Ah, are you kidding me? Tuesday, I already did the chili option. I did the barbecue sandwiches yesterday. So Tuesday, I think I'm gonna make today stroganoff. So I'm going to put that there, and then we'll do flautas. Thursday, we're eating out for Enzo's birthday. Oh yeah, chicken pot pie on Friday. This is how I do my grocery shopping right now. I kind of like look what's inside of the cabinets and I figure out what I want to make based on what I have left over from the week prior, and then what things like takes the least amount of ingredients for me to make, or if I want to shake it up a little bit. Figure that out, and then I'll write the day and what we're having, and then all of the main ingredients that I need for that. Even if it's something that I know I have, I will write it down. So for example, on Saturday we had homemade pizza, which was kind of like our fun little thing for family time and then also eating instead of ordering out. So I needed like pizza sauce, cheese, pepperoni, pre-cooked chicken, spinach, barbecue sauce, flour. Those were kind of like the main ingredients that I might typically run out of. And then I went through and I highlighted the things that I need. So then those are kind of like more in the forefront. And I do that each day, each meal, not each day, each dinner. And then I will write those down. I don't have it on this list because my daughter made a list for me to use. But I'll typically divide it between two. So we do a lot of our grocery shopping either at Aldi's, Kroger, or Walmart. And this week we just happen to need to go to Walmart. And then the other one is Sam's. So I'll divide between like which store we're getting it from, and I try to like keep like items together so that whenever I'm walking through the store that like I'm not looking at the bottom of the list and I'm like, oh shit, I need to go all the way back to dairy. I usually am really good about that, but as of lately I have been like kind of lazy about categorizing everything on the list, and we've had to run back to the back of the store a few times. It's just been a little counterproductive, but it's okay. And then Enzo's birthday, and then I also have another birthday this week. We have my friend Mello's birthday, and then Tuesday and then another one. Friday is free. Da da da. This little box is just gorgeous. That's what I use for holding all the washi tapes. And last week I used this green one, which was really pretty, but I think I want to do maybe this one. Or I think this one, yeah. I've had this Totoro one forever. Cute. I have these little stickers back here that I printed off. And we can take this one. And we'll put you there. I know I don't really have any plans for Sunday, so I don't need to. And then which girl do we want? I'm kind of vibing with her. With the headphones. I love these little fashion girlies. They're from a game called Everskies online, and they have just like endless outfit options. People are so creative on there. I love it. Dun, dun, dun. We'll take a few stars. I'm gonna be so sad whenever this star pack is out because I got them from the Dollar Tree last year or something like that. And I'm almost out. Then we'll do a little cherry pie. What do I want? Up here? Ah! We'll do cherry pie. Sure. I really want to find somewhere to get like more fun stickers. I found these stickers at Kroger. They're so cute. They have frogs and lizards and snakes and dragonflies and just all sorts of little cutie fun fall looking things. Let's see. Oh my god, look at this snake holding a flower. Okay. Yep. We'll put you right right here. Ah. Cutie little snake holding a flower. And then I love the snails. Add that. We'll just do this superhero one because my son loves superheroes. Cute. And then Mellow, we'll get a frog. Marshmallow, a mushroom with the frog sitting under it. Cute. The only thing that I don't like about these stickers is that they, like, you have to cut them each out individually yourself. I didn't realize it was going to be like that when I bought it, and so that's just a little bit frustrating to me. Because it's a little difficult. But I do have this little pen tool that I think might make it a little bit easier. Kind of like my own little handheld Cricut situation. Let's see if that did anything. Aww. Dang it. Right there. It's not that noticeable. Let's see if we can try it again with something else. And it's ripping. How? You're literally on the edge, bro. It's not like the greatest, but it'll work. Yeah, I would not recommend these sticker sheets. They're terrible. I mean, they're not terrible, but it's just hard. It makes me not want to use them. Oh, really? Whatever. I'm just gonna cut it off. Scissors? What for though? Okay. And then I just like to go in and draw little dots. Little expressive lines. And occasionally some stars. I've got this thing, I don't know what you would call it, but I always have to have, like, if I'm gonna draw stars, it's gotta be like 3 stars. 3. I don't know what it is, but I just like it. Okay, that's what I've got for that week. And then over here, to just make it a little bit more fun, we've got a lot of pink going on this week. Why not just do some more pink? So I'm gonna highlight this up here just to add a little bit more color. And then I might add, what else do I have? Might add something. Some fruits, some frutas. Anybody? Yeah, I think that'll be out on that side. See, this is what I thought those stickers would kind of be like, pre-cut. Well, I knew they were sticker sheets, but I thought they would be like a sticker sheet pre-cut. You know what I mean? Not that I have to cut every single one out myself. Yesterday was Monday. I did the dishes. We swept the kitchen. I didn't make the bed. Took all the dishes to the kitchen. I didn't declutter my desk. Did we do a toy pickup? I think so, but I didn't do a load of dishes. Did I do any of my weekly tasks? I don't think so. I did a lot of like baking and other things yesterday, so I think is how I'm gonna just leave that for this week. I might print off some more stickers and put them like over here and stuff, but I don't know. That's it. To think about like other things that we might do, I think maybe tomorrow we'll go to the library. I'm gonna double check, cross-reference with the library's calendar and see what they've got going on, so that might change. And then ideally I would like to have another video posted on Sunday. I would like to keep a schedule of keeping up with posting every Sunday, so that would be really nice. So I'll take like Friday vlog. It says vlog, but really whatever. I do need to go to the store at some point and buy some decorations for him so he can wake up the morning of balloons and stuff, because we do that for all the kids. I might just order them from online. Yeah, that's what we've got going on for the week. So, and then just as for the rest of the journal, there's not really much going on. I've got the weeks out so that I can keep up with that. And then these are some of the papers that I have. Don't have a ton going on back here. I am really bad at keeping up with habit trackers, so I just don't do it. And then I have some stickers. And then these are the meal plans for like the last few weeks. So that one was for this last week. That was the week before. Yeah. And then that's in the back. So I don't really have a ton of information, like personal information or anything like that. I do still have my I do still have this one, which has like all of my contacts lists and other information. Honestly, I have these not meal plans, but like meal idea things back here that I think I would like to make a new version and put it in here, more updated, because I do most of the planning for food in here wise. But all of my creative stuff I have going on over here. Super quick run through. This is my morning pages, just journaling once a day thing. These are YouTube videos, work in progress writing stuff, and then this is for Divine Tides, and then this is for the second book in Divine Tides, just kind of like ideas and things like that. And then this one is more so like tracking progress on editing and promotional material, things like that. And then this is my sketchbook that I've been working on. I haven't done a lot in it yet, but I would like to sketch kind of like once every day. I tried to draw Mickey and Violet. It looks so fucked. And then just like overlay ideas, quick sketches on that, and stuff for that. But yeah, that's kind of what I got going on there. And then in tandem, I also have, this is my commonplace for my year of 30, and this is just what I have for like my goals. I did a little bit of journaling. One of my kids colored this. Getting back into the motion of things. So I gotta go. My camera is gonna die even though it's plugged in, which is crazy work. Yeah, and I'll talk to you soon. Outside and check some of these plants because it has been raining a lot, so I don't feel like that they need like a ton of watering, but still it's important to check. I have like this one here. My monstera has been doing so well out here. It's almost as if it's like a tropical plant. It does much better outside. Wow, who would have thought? I was keeping them inside and they were kind of like turning yellow and losing all of their color and their vibrancy. And once I brought her outside, oh my gosh, she just started crazy growth. I actually need to buy, I think like a moss pole or something in order to get her to grow a little bit stronger. I don't know what to do because like the base is really thin, but the top is bigger, and I don't know if I buy like a moss pole if it'll be better because it'll be able to climb up that, and then it won't have to like hold all the weight on its own. I have 2 of those that I split in half not too long ago, and then I have this cactus here which has a ton of new growth on it, but we'll hit her with some water. And then these pilea plants, pilea? I don't remember pilea? Anyways, a lot of new growth on this one too. And I've got a snake plant, which needs to be put in a different pot. That one I was keeping inside as well. All of these I was keeping inside, and I think they're just thriving out here underneath of this shade cloth up here now that keeps things pretty cool on the back porch, which is nice. But this, she's doing good. Much better than she was anyways. The both of them, they were just thirsty. So it's a good thing I came out to check. It's gonna be storming here pretty soon this week because of the hurricane, so I don't think I'll have to water her too much more. I do need to go out into the yard and water. I should water my rose bushes and I should water my camellias and stuff over there, but to be honest, the yard is kind of overgrown, so I don't feel like walking out there in my Crocs and getting covered in ticks. So it's not like horribly overgrown, but it's overgrown, like up my ankles. Not even up my ankles, but I just don't want to deal with that. So they'll be fine. They'll get plenty of rain the next few days. So it is so hot outside. It'll be nice whenever the rain comes in to cool things off again. I figured I went to the thrift store over the weekend and I found a few little good things, and I just wanted to share them because I really like them. Or a few new things, I guess. I got new glasses. My other glasses, like my most favorite glasses that I've had ever, they broke because my son, my 2-year-old, kicked me in the face when I was bending down to grab something in the grocery store, he kicked. Not like maliciously or like on purpose, wasn't paying attention. Either one of us kicked me square in the glasses and snapped the side. And unfortunately, they don't carry that model anymore. So I'm trying a new style. Let me know what we think. I think it's quirky. I think it's cute. I did try and find a style that was pretty close to the previous one, but they were a bit more, less rounded. I don't know, like less oval shaped. They're more rounded. So we'll see. Anyways, I found this really cool thing that I've been wanting for like a while for our new school year. And it is this like little basket type home, oops. Like, I think it's like meant for like papers and envelopes. I'm not entirely sure, but it's like a little tiered, what is this called? Basket? It's kind of like weaved like a basket. But I thought this would be really good for whenever we're sitting at the kitchen table and I can pull out all of the books that I need for that day and stick them in here. And then these ones right here are perfect size for the smaller books for like the read alouds that we do, which I think is absolutely perfect. I got it for like $3. I love the color, love the idea of it, so I can just stick the books in here and not have to worry about them being in a pile or taking up too much space. So that was really good find. I was actually gonna settle and just get like a basket or something, but some of their books are kind of big and they all ended up fitting in here, like size wise. They have like this Nat Geo book that's literally like, it's a big book. And I wasn't sure if it was gonna fit, but then I found that book at the thrift store and ended up getting that. So I have 2 copies now, so each kid can look at the book as we're going through their stuff. And then I found this Kiss Lock little purse thing, and it's got a bunch of pencils and highlighters and stuff for while I'm journaling, editing, all that stuff, which goes in my bag. I really love the Kiss Lock and the design, the print on it is really pretty. And of course, you saw my filofax that I got from the thrift store recently. Another recent purchase that's just like jaw-dropping. And oh, I was gonna make a video of like thrifting pieces, thrifting my Pinterest board. And I just happened to go to the thrift store that day with my family instead, and I didn't film anything, but I ended up finding a pair of gingham pants, which is exactly what I wanted. And then I ended up finding a red cardigan, which it's too hot to wear that right now, but yeah. So I thought that was really nice, super comfy, flowy, but I can still feel really put together, and I like that, so happy about that. As for right now, making the kids their lunch, and then I am probably gonna edit some more of Divine Tides, and because I'm trying to like really get the crunch down on that. I've been avoiding it. I might work on some more of my Luma collection if I have time later. I'm gonna take one of my kids to gymnastics, and so I might work on it there. I have an idea of which one I want to do next, but yeah, I don't know how I want to release these. I don't know if I just want to do like a Google Drive and just let people have them for free. I don't know if I want to like release them for like $1.50 each and people can print them on their own, or if I would prefer to do like a Patreon thing where that's like the monthly Patreon thing. Do a monthly Patreon thing where that's the monthly Patreon. I don't know. Or that's like the freebie for the monthly Patreon. I don't know what I want to do yet. I think a Patreon could be really cool along with like some extra videos, because I'm not sure. If you have any ideas, please let me know, but otherwise I'm just kind of think about it. Yeah. So fun news, actually, I just kind of like decided to let you guys know that ARCs are open for Divine Tides. It's going to take a couple of weeks to get them out, probably, just because I want to give people enough time to hear about it, and then I can just batch to them all in one go. As well as I still am in the process of editing this, so it's going to take me probably about a few days to finish editing this if I really get my ass in gear, and then to like fix all the edits within the digital copy within Atticus. And so I kind of like have done this to give myself a time crunch in order to get this thing done, because I have been procrastinating it for like the last month or so. So I'm doing that. It's because I'm leaving myself no option other than to get it done so that people can read the arcs. It's kind of like whenever you invite somebody over to your house in order to kick your ass into gear for cleaning, because my house, it could take me forever to clean it until I know somebody's coming over, and then I will have this house clean within like 30 minutes to an hour. Like, I'll have it done, kick my ass in gear. So that's what I've done. I'll have the applications down below in the little doobly-doo. And super simple questionnaire, nothing too fancy, because I know some people like to really just give you like the 3rd degree questioning for your ARC applications. I'm going to try not to do that. Keep it real simple. I've seen people complain about that, so I'm like, I don't need that much information. Just like the basics. So, yeah, I did that thing. Comments, I just announced it on TikTok and Instagram stories, and then I'm going to upload it onto Instagram Reels, if it'll let me. Aren't they like 60 seconds or something? It's so limiting, the Instagram Reels. I really miss IGTV, because I'm so much more of like a long content kind of person. I can yap. I'm a girl who can fucking yap. So, yeah. I did come up with my little spiel, by the way. I worked on this very hard. Let me see if I can remember it. Because I don't think I've really talked about it too much. So, if you want to know what Divine Tides is about, Divine Tides is a science fantasy. Cut me some slack here. I can't function. Sentences together while I speak, not great. And here I'm like Mozart. And when it comes out, I'm like Officer Doofy. Divine Tides is a science fantasy romance testing the limits of how far people are willing to go to stand against corrupt oppression and to protect the ones that they love. There are morally complex characters that you hate to love and you love to hate. It has a really intense storyline of revenge in the name of justice. When the god of death was sealed away, so was the ability of souls to cross over after they have separated from their mortal bodies. So they are left to wander the earth and kind of turned into these really twisted, amalgamated creatures that have now plagued the earth. Those left outside of the city walls have developed their technology to be able to ascend to the skies and create sanctuaries and refuge above there on airships. And so we have 29-year-old Leora, who has lived on this commune airship for the last 20 years of her life. She just has this innate curiosity of wanting to see below and do more than just what is to be expected of her. She wants so much more in life, and she's kind of just like left in this status, that this role that has been given to her, that is until the past comes clawing its way onto her ship in the form of Varys, the infamous dreadful pirate king, and they end up having to work together in order to restore the balance of life and death. There's arcane magic, there is forgotten languages, forgotten gods. It's basically kind of like an adult Treasure Planet and Robin Hood, but twisted into its own. Yeah, if that sounds like something that is interesting to you, then the applications are open. Yeah. Okay, now I'm gonna go.